Hey everyone, welcome back to the Brain Soul Success Show where we take back our power. Tonight, I just want to do a little solo podcast talking about the power of intention and what's created success for myself in my businesses. A lot of people ask me, they're like, how did you become successful? How did you have like Albuquerque Natural Health Center and work with all those people there? And then how did you move online and create brain soul success? What does that look like? Right. So there's people also who have brick and mortar businesses that are looking to transition online. And then I've even had friends who actually transitioned back to brick and mortar businesses after being online just during COVID. So, it certainly is your choice. So if you're out there and you already have a business or you're looking to start a business, I was a teacher. I knew nothing about business, right? In fact, I would integrate and actually hold intention that I could learn about the world of business. And really it's not that hard, you guys. It's super simple. And I would say that some of the traits that really helped me become successful is consistency. Okay, I'm consistent, I show up, and I walk my talk, right? I eat healthy, I have excellent self-care, I take my supplements. When I was really sick, my goal was someday to have my own store. And that's what I created, right? So I could go to my own shelf and just get my vitamins and supplements, things that I knew would keep me healthy. So self-care is a huge part of this. But I was thinking about just three pillars here. I was thinking about the power of intention. And I hold intention and actually write out intentions. You could call them goals for everything that I do. And every time I hit an intention or I hit a goal, I up it. I create a new goal. So, for example, I wanted to change 1 million brains by 2020. And we did it because I've taught people my system for the last 10 years, and then they share it with their family. It's like the fish in the sea thing, right? So when you teach somebody and then they can share it, it spreads further. Well, then I said, well, hey, if I changed 1 million brains by 2020, what do I want to do next? So it hit 2020, and I said, all right, I want to change 10 million brains by 2025. Like, man, that's a big goal, right? I said, how am I going to do that? Just going to keep teaching. I'm going to keep sharing the work consistently. So there's three pillars that I'm really thinking that if I share these with you, they may land and they may help you in some way. One is the power of intention. And a friend of mine said, hey, get this book. And so I ordered The Technology of Intention. Now, I can't say that it's earth shattering. There's some great stories in here. She does a great job. It's really simple, but it really just talks about holding intention, like fiercely holding intention. And I do that. I hold intention to hit certain numbers of people in my classes. Um, I work with my team on that too, is holding intention. And we integrate in the energetic field that intention, those goals, so that it solidifies it in your energy field. So power of intention is really important. So what that again means would be, write out an intention or goal for yourself. My intention is to, maybe you're, a brand new coach. My intention is to get 5 new clients this month. Maybe that's where you're at. Maybe it's 50 for you, whatever your intention is. And then hold that intention. So there's a technique where you hold the intention, you give it to God or the universe and detach and yet still hold it. I know that sounds funny. I don't know how to best explain it, but you got to sort of like know that's going to happen, trust it, put it out there, and then let go. Okay. That's also a sales technique. So that's important, the power of intention. The second one is consistency, being consistent. And I consistently held events. I've been a teacher my whole life. I started out as a special ed teacher, right? And then I work with dyslexic kids and dyslexic and ADHD, and all those children and their families were my first clients when I got my first biofeedback device and my naturopathic degree and opened my first office. So all those people, all those kids and their families were my first clients. Guys have always been involved with the brain. I'm like, I'm really quite the brain expert because the differences between like going to a functional medicine doctor that might know the brain is you're going to get a bunch of lab tests and you're going to get some information about what supplements you need, and you're going to know if your cortisol levels are off or all of that. But there isn't any addressing of the emotions that caused the problem in the first place, the emotions and the trauma. So what I figured out was you've got to work physically, physical body. B is body. R is release. So it spells brain. It's my brain system. You've got to release the mental chatter and the emotional baggage that's stuck. And sometimes it's even ancestral patterns. So you can have an ancestral pattern of poverty. And now you're trying to create wealth in your life, and everything you do, you can't make that happen for some reason. And you get so frustrated. And we don't even know that it's connected to until we dive in and look at your energy field and those patterns, that it's a pattern from great, great, great grandfather. We clear that old poverty pattern, and suddenly you have wealth coming in, right? So it's releasing. Then A is aligned with spirit. Spirit, God, is always a part of healing your life, healing your business, healing your relationships. So there's always a spiritual component there. And then I is integrate, and it's integrating your brain frequencies to your soul's true purpose. And so having a purpose is important. If you don't have a purpose or sort of a driving force of where you want to go, you're not going to get there. It's just like if you didn't have the GPS on in your car and you just got in your car and you didn't know where you were going, you'd be driving around in circles, right? So you have to have sort of a North Star, a purpose. And I have found that people who are sick, maybe autoimmune things going on or whatever, is happening in their bodies, often they lack that purpose. And so we have to help them find their purpose to really heal. So again, it's not just working with the physical body. We're whole people. So I always say we have to address it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and field, energy field. So here's the energy field piece. N is the new program. So B-R-A-I-N. Okay, we release the old stuff, then we have to put the new program in, because your brain is actually a computer. In fact, the computers, when they were first putting computers together, they modeled them after the human brain. Your brain is a computer. My teacher called it a biocomputer, right? Biology. Your biology, you have a biocomputer. And there's actually rings around your brain. There's rings, almost like going around an atom. And when those rings are off balance in the energy field, you'll feel off balance. When we put those back together, when we put them in alignment, suddenly you can use your right and left brain. So you're whole brain dominant. You're more powerful, more clear, more focused, achieve more, feel lighter. It's like you've opened up the power, really, because they say we only use a certain percentage, right, of your brain, but you can open up more of that when you balance the rings and the energetic brain, your energy brain. So that's the new program piece. So the second pillar again, first pillar is intention. Next one is addressing all those layers. Think of that as a framework for yourself. Okay. Learning all the tools that I teach will take you even further. Absolutely. But even just at the beginning right now, think body. Okay. Take care of yourself, sleep, exercise, eat right, take your supplements, good quality supplements, not something from Costco that has lead in it. you know, because you won't get where you want to go. And probiotics are really important, and they're not all created equal. And just because they say they deliver how many billion of acidophilus or bifidus or whatever the bacteria is that's in them, it doesn't mean it's getting in your gut. It's all about delivery, right? So just because you buy the most expensive probiotic on the planet doesn't mean it's going to get to where it needs to go. So I have a daily probiotic that I absolutely love. A lot of my clients will tell me, hey, I used to have to take 6 of these and I can take 1 of yours. Okay. And then I also find that when people do the daily probiotic, they do 2 or 3 boxes in a row, maybe 3 months. Then they don't even need it every day. They've replanted the good bacteria in their system. So if they're eating healthy, you know, they probably don't need as much of that. Isn't that cool? Absolutely. So that's important. And then the third thing really is consistency. So intention, addressing all those layers consistently. So consistency in your life and in your business is going to matter. So I consistently have had events. I've had 2 events since 2016. I've had 18 events consistently. So every March and every about September or early October, I have events. And so it's consistent. I have consistently had the same group programs that started in 2003. In the fall, we get the brain working. I have Brain Soul Leap. And then in the winter, it's Beautiful, Amazing You. It's anti-aging. So it's a youthful you frequency group. And then in the spring, summer, it's Awakening Abundance. Those started in my Albuquerque Natural Health Center office in 2003, and I am still doing them. I changed it when my company was global and I had people from all over and they all wanted to attend. So I wasn't local anymore. So I changed it to Zoom classes and I extended it. I even did Zoom classes once a week instead of only once a month. And so, but they've been in existence. Those 3 classes have been in existence since 2003, right? So consistently doing something will matter too. And then the last thing is persistence. Persistence, yes. So you're not going to get anywhere if you're just sort of halfway into something, right? If you want to be a marathon runner and you decide you're only going to run, once a week, you're not going to get there. So, it's persistence. It's kind of, putting that foot on the gas pedal and going. And so if you do all of those things, if you're holding intention and you follow a multidimensional system and you are consistent and persistent, you will achieve your goals. Okay. So that's just a quick little formula. I've been doing that for years, and I just have to say, I'm really proud of myself. I'm really successful. And I'm just a teacher who just decided I wanted to, who got sick and had to learn some things about natural health and then became the naturopathic doctor and then got the biofeedback machines. And then, story goes on to class after class after class, and then did the energy work and did the podcast. And, it's just really grown. So if you're at the very beginning, start somewhere. Start somewhere. Start with the power of intention. And what you believe and conceive, you'll achieve. So that's why I like doing the releasing techniques where we release any belief patterns that are in the way of you having the success that you desire. Absolutely. So I hope this was helpful. I would love your comments. Definitely share with me what it is you're looking for or you're needing in your life, in your business, who you want to hear from. We've got some great guests coming up here for all of you. I'm just super excited to roll out this last quarter, right, of our 2024 year as we leap into 2025. So I would also challenge all of you to think, hey, what are my goals for and my intentions for this last quarter? What do I want to really kick out these next 90 days that's going to help me succeed even bigger in whether it's a life goal, personal goal, or a business goal, you know? And I'm using the word goal and intention simultaneously here, but it's whatever you call it. The label doesn't matter. It just matters that you do it, right? There's a quote in here. Let me find this quote. There's a pretty good one in this book. Let's see. Where was that? Oh, this was actually good. This is Rumi. It says, yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I'm changing myself. I've really seen that consistently. Here I am. I mean, gosh, I don't know, here it is 2024. So I've been doing, I've had two businesses in 24 years. And I do see a whole lot of people who have tried a lot of the business classes. And yes, we need those. And they don't really succeed at the level that they want until they work on themselves. And that's what the B.R.A.I.N system is. That's what Brain Soul Success is. I have a whole academy, the Brain Soul Success Academy, where you learn the B.R.A.I.N. So you have an opportunity to learn those tools. And so just reach out to me if that's of interest to you. I'd love to have a conversation with you on that too. So again, I just really love you all. And I thank you for your commitment to listening to our podcast, to being here, to sharing it with your friends. I so appreciate that too. And I really do. I love, love, love my people. And so that's you guys. So thank you so much again for your support here. And definitely, if you haven't rated and subscribed and reviewed, please do that. And again, share this with a friend so we can spread and really help people connect their brain and their soul and have the results that they want in their life, in their business. So remember, everyone, follow your heart, but take your brain with you. All right. Have a great day.